Her smile shines as bright as the stars at night. Her heart is as kind as can be. She has the patience of a saint, but if you push her, oh Lordy. A straight talker is Smiley. She's the salt of the earth. Make no mistake, she matters. Catch Smiley's story on a live stream. Oh boy, that girl can matter. Go Smiley. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. Missing posters and stories of heartache and fear. She tells us all of the heartbreaking tears. She can sniff out the guilty from a mile away. If Smiley's on the case, then she's here to stay. She cares about these missing children. She cares deeply about them all. She speaks the truth with integrity. For the truth, she will seek it all. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. Smiley's questions are like a heat-seeking missile. She's going straight for the bullseye. Don't ever believe you can fool her. She's too wise, man, she won't comply. She values freedom like the 4th of July. She values respect even more. If you want to earn a place at Smiley's table, watch the clock. It takes time for sure. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. If you break her trust, you're done for. Trust don't grow back like grass. So don't give Smiley a reason to doubt you, or that friendship will shatter like glass. She's a damn good woman, that much we know. She puts in the hours to bring them kids home. If your child is missing, you want Smiley on the case. She is always willing and she gives so much grace. She's a Smiley, alright. She's a Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. If you're guilty, you better feel fear.
Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Good to see everybody. Midday, October 15th. What a beautiful day. Hello, welcome, welcome. Hello, Susan. Hello, welcome. Welcome in, Dawn Emery, Terry Parker. Hello, hello, be a lady. I like that. Hello, hello, welcome. I hope everybody just comes on in and makes themselves comfortable, and I'm glad you're here. I'm glad every one of you's here. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well today. It's a beautiful day out. And I wanted to come on here, and if you hadn't already heard, I wanted to update you on this. And if you have heard, oh, well, I'm sorry. We know Smiley ain't always the first to the punch, and don't have to be the first to the punch, but I'm going to come on here. I was doing some research on some other things and check back on The man who thinks he's KoolBreeze. Actually, he ain't no man, if you ask me. Anybody who hurts kids ain't no man. But he wants to be KoolBreeze. That's my nickname for him. And again, if you didn't hear in my other lives, it's not because he's cool. That's for sure. He sure is a wannabe. But I thank you all for being here. Please hit the like, and we'll get the story out for those who haven't heard. Hey, Raymond Thomas, welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're doing good today. Welcome. I don't know if I got any mods in here or not. I just kind of spur of the moment popped in here. It won't, well, I always say it won't be long. I don't know if it'll be long or not. It is what it is. It'll be what it'll be. I've been out all day long, and I come back and just doing some research, and I thought, let me check on this. You know, we got the other over in California going on. We got several things. I have to check on several different things. So it is what it is. But Antonio Pierce went to court today, and they kept him in there. They charged him. They charged him. Oh, he got charged. He gonna be KoolBreeze now. Hello, Carol. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. You haven't missed anything. We're just getting started, honey. We're just getting started. Welcome in. I almost stayed up all night last night. I couldn't sleep. I can't believe all this mess that's going on in this madness. Hey, Connie. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. It's just one hot mess after another. And with these children, it's just not right. It's just not right. I'm hearing now they found the baby in the dumpster. I don't know if that's true or not from what we saw last night. But they had it taped off. So I'm wondering, I'll go ahead and say it now. I'm wondering, which I don't know why that they didn't find, if that's the case, why they didn't find him, a day earlier. But they had it taped off. So I'm wondering if the news got that incorrect, or if they found some of his belongings in there, or they found him in there, or he was moved, or they found him in there and maybe his car seat at the wood area. Most of these news clips that I'm going to watch with y'all, I'm going to find out just like y'all. I told you it's been a busy day. You said you slept till 1, or hold on. Does that say 1 o'clock? Oh, Lord, my eyes are acting up again, honey. Let's see. You slept till p.m. You slept till p.m. And then you slept, till 1 p.m. I thought you said 1, and then I looked down. I looked up, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's missing. I wish I could sleep till 1. I had to get up and go do some things. Hey, Millie. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Let's see who else we got here. Hello, hello, Reba. Hello, everybody coming in. I wish I could have one day where I could just sleep all day. I could just sleep all day. I don't know if I'd ever be able to do that, though. But I didn't go to bed. I don't even know what time it was. It was late last night. Y'all know I did 3 lives. I don't even think I had nobody in here in a couple of them. I think poor Millie, one of my mods, I know one of my mods did, because one of my mods put it on. Might have been Millie. God, why do every time I come in here, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. It might be these dog treats I got sitting on my desk. I don't know. Anyway, I done lost my train of thought. I didn't have anybody in there, but I know one of my mods did, because I saw where they put it on subs, and either I was boring them to death, or they were falling asleep, and they're like, "Damn, what is she doing? She's going back to back tonight." She's going back to back. They thought they was dreaming and hitting the buttons. Or they was hitting buttons that wasn't there, just in their dreams, and then they were getting it right because I was live. I don't know which one. I don't know which one. I don't know. It's all good though. What Smiley said. I don't know. But I'm glad you're all here. I stayed up late. I did stay up late. Hey, Joanne. Hello, hello. Joanne Marie. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. But everybody, if you don't mind, it's free. Hit that like button and let's make sure that we're hitting like, subscribe, and the bell thingy, Maduji, so y'all can get notifications. Because you know, Smiley just likes to go on a whim. You never know when I'm going to go. You never know what I'm going to do. You know, Millie can attest to that. You may not get a notice. I might just decide to go. I just go with the flow, honey. Just go with the flow. It's okay. Honey, I don't care about no auto, this, that, and the other, and that. Listen, people that make fun or say this or that, something's wrong with them, not you. I say it all the time. You're the one that needs to be able to read. If you can't read, you're the one that's got a problem. You should be able to read upside down, honey, for all I know, upside down and round and round. If you can't, then you don't need to know what's going on in my book. That's what I'm saying. Let me start off, since they're coming in. Let me start off first with a video, okay? We'll do that. We'll do that real quick.
News here tonight at 11, the tragic end to the search for a missing baby. I'm Blair Miller.
And I'm Tracy Hutchins. It's the news no one wanted to hear. Investigators in Clayton County have found the body of a 6-month-old little boy. No one had seen Nakai Pratt since Sunday. That's when he was first reported missing by his father. Atlanta News first anchor Joe Gorcho is live in Riverdale.
And Joe, this child's father's already been named a suspect in this case.
And Blair and Tracy, it remains to be seen whether or not he will face charges now in connection to the death of baby Nakai Pratt. And right now, this community here feels absolutely shattered after watching Clayton County investigators search this wooded area that you see behind me here for hours this evening, followed by the arrival of the medical examiner, now knowing that Nakai Pratt is dead. A partition blocks the view after Clayton County police find the remains of Nakai Pratt Tuesday night in the same neighborhood where he was reported missing 2 days earlier.
This is a nightmare. Make you want to hold your kids tighter at night.
Police searched everywhere for Nakai, from under homes to dumpsters, and ultimately focused on this wooded area this evening.
This is going to hurt the community really, really bad.
Investigators share that Nakai's father, Antonio Pierce, said he was robbed at gunpoint and drug dealers kidnapped his baby.
What happened? Because at this point, it's more or less what happened.
Clayton County Police didn't feel Pierce's story added up, and they did not issue an Amber Alert Sunday morning, as would be typical in a missing child situation. Instead, investigators suspected foul play. Clayton County Police say Pierce is a suspect, and he's currently in custody on unrelated charges to Nakai's disappearance, now his death. Has it been difficult in the neighborhood over the last couple of days?
Yeah, people have wanted to know what's going on. People have been asking questions. People have been, just talking and saying what they remember from that day.
How do you think this will affect the community in the days and months to come?
We're going to feel it for a while. We're going to feel it for a while.
So Pierce, the father of Nakai Pratt, does have a court appearance scheduled for tomorrow for those unrelated charges, again, not in connection to the disappearance or the death of his son. And like I mentioned to you, Blair and Tracy, at the beginning of this story, we have reached out to find out if he will now face charges in relation to Nakai's death.
Okay, that was from last night. He did go to court today. Let me take this down. He did go to court today. I didn't know which one was in order. I'm kind of glad I pulled that one up though first, because you know me, I always do it backwards. But anyway, and thank you all for coming in and being here. Let's get this other one up, because he got charged, honey. I knew it was coming. Snap. I knew it was coming. All right, hold.
Since Nakai Pratt was first reported missing Sunday morning. She joins us live from that apartment complex out of Clayton County. And Marissa, you just learned that the child's mother is now under investigation?
Yes, Ron, just new information into our newsroom moments ago that Nakai
By the
Pratt's
way,
mother is
the
being
other
considered
twin
and
is in
investigated for a
CPS.
potential role in this. Now, we do know that she was questioned here on scene by cops, but this is brand new information that she is potentially being considered and investigated as a part of his death at this point. As you said, Nakai Pratt's father, Antonio Pierce, was arrested, and he is charged with the murder of his 6-month-old son. Today, he was in court, and he is facing 9 new charges in total, including malice murder, concealing a death, tampering with evidence, and cruelty
I knew
to
something
a
wasn't
child.
right, honey,
The
last
arrest
night.
warrant states that Antonio Pierce details an elaborate story that he was going to pick up drugs from his stash house to sell with his twins and their mother in the car when 2 men held him up at gunpoint. He says the men walked him away from the car at gunpoint, and when he came back, Nakai was gone from his car seat. Now, a witness later told police they saw Antonio in the woods with a backpack, and Antonio asked the witness to take it. The witness did, and Antonio later came looking for that bag, saying he knew he messed up and the police were coming. Police say Antonio told the police a different story of this when he was in possession of that backpack containing drugs, and that his story changed multiple times.
Thank you,
Neighbors tell us
Raymond.
they
That
have
got
had a
past
feeling
me. Thank you,
Antonio's
honey.
story was a lie from the very beginning.
The parents, like, I feel like they were just too quiet. Like, I didn't hear enough noise. Because if I would have got that phone call, if somebody would have told me that, you know, hey, like, your little cousin is missing or whatever, would have made noise. The whole complex would have heard us.
Like screaming that you were upset?
Yeah, screaming, yes. And you know what I'm saying? We going door to door, we making noise. Like, we trying to be heard so we can, that baby can be found.
And I want to show you exactly where this scene played out. This is to the left here of the driveway of that apartment complex. This is where the baby's body was found. And we're going to swing around the camera and show you where investigators were working. Along that tree line on the other side of the complex, that is where investigators had been working and taking the canine cadaver dogs out as well. So really, we mapped this out. This is just about a quarter of a mile away from where the baby's body was found. Reporting live in Riverdale, Marissa Sarback for 11 Alive News.
Okay, Marissa, thanks a lot. It's going to be interesting to find out if the mom still has custody of Nakai's twin as well. We'll stay on top of that story. Thank you.
Okay, I'm reading somewhere, and I'm hoping it's in one of these news reports, but I was reading it somewhere, and I'm hoping to read it to y'all. I will in a minute. That the baby is in CPS. The baby is in child custody or whatever, the other twin. So what case does this sound like? This sounds exactly like the Harrell case, if you ask me. If you ask me. We knew last night, look, I didn't have enough coffee. I'm actually trying to wean myself away from coffee a little bit. I can't believe I even said that, Lord, honey. But anyway, I'm doing a little bit better on it. But didn't I tell y'all something was wrong with this case? How did the mother not know or not visit? Even if the judge split them up, it didn't make sense. They were, some article. Yeah, I got one I'm going to show too. Some articles are saying the dumpster, but we saw what we saw, didn't we, Debbie? We saw what we saw. We saw it. We ain't blind. But I'm wondering if the car seat was in the dumpster. That's what I was trying to say earlier, maybe before you come in. I was wondering if one or the other or some things was in the dumpster, because now they did have the dumpster tied off. I don't think it was the baby, though, because in my opinion, common sense would tell you they done looked in that dumpster unless the baby was moved those 3 days and they had cadaver dogs and stuff. That's what I was wondering this morning. I just didn't want to sound so unintelligent and stupid, but they had the cadaver dogs and stuff. It was only down, you could see where the baby was no matter where he was at. Why didn't they find the baby 3 days earlier, day 1, 2, or 3? And I'm wondering now, I don't think I sound so stupid now, I'm wondering if somebody hid the baby and brought the baby and put the baby there. What do y'all think about that? The baby could have possibly been moved there, but I don't know. This is the first time I'm hearing about, I don't know about y'all, but this is the first time I'm hearing about the mother was involved, because all they've been talking about is the mother was clear. The mother was clear. She's not a suspect. She's clear. She's clear. But you know what? You did? So you know what? I'm wondering if they thought all along the mother was a suspect, but they were going to watch her or have eyes on her or wait to see if she talked or, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, try to see what's going on with Reba. What did I miss? Bless heaven. Oh, it's okay. I understand. You too, Reba, honey. And I'll see y'all later tonight, Reba. Well, you may not want that one either, but it's not going to be so triggering. It's going to be interesting, but it'll be a little bit different. But anyway, I thank you for stopping by, honey. I love you. Thank you for stopping by. But see, I was wondering, something was just very wrong here, in my opinion. Yeah, if y'all need to step away, definitely do that. I understand this is a very hard, this is a very hard case. It really is. I don't even know who could do this. That's why I kind of, now that they found Nakia and they got the dad in jail, I want to get through these videos. I want to say a little bit, but I don't want to make it a long live. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll follow it through court and everything, but it is a hard one, and I do understand that. So let's get through some more videos here, okay?
We're going to begin tonight with breaking news. In just the last hour, the Clayton County Medical Examiner confirmed authorities have now recovered the body of a missing 6-month-old baby boy. It's a tragic end to breaking news.
Oh, I think this was from last night. I'm sorry, y'all.
The father of 6-month-old Nakai Pratt told his neighbors drug dealers kidnapped his baby. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn joins us live right now from the apartment complex in Riverdale, where the search for little Nakai first started. So, Cody, investigators just returned right back to that complex this afternoon.
They did, Ron, and we now know that story was nothing but a made-up story because, as you mentioned, this evening, Clayton County Police returned to this complex searching for that 6-month-old baby and found him just over my shoulder in that wooded area. This is 6-month-old Nakai Pratt. So many people here in this complex, along with those across Metro Atlanta who've kept up with the story, hoping he would be found alive. But now we know that is not the outcome that happened here tonight. The medical examiner confirming his body was found in the search this evening. Now take a look at this video from earlier tonight. We were here as they started putting up the petitions around this wooded area. It's the front part of this complex here in Riverdale. It's interesting because Antonio Pierce lives at the back side of this complex, so it's as if you would be coming out where his little body was found. We saw the crime scene unit here. We saw the medical examiner here. We saw detectives out here walking that scene, collecting any evidence they can to help in this case. And it was actually neighbors who we have been speaking to with since Sunday when this little guy went missing, who alerted us tonight something had happened in this complex. Take a listen.
The next thing I know, I look out my window and they're putting the tape over here. Because earlier in the day, they were walking up and down this trail here. Because me and Peggy, my neighbor, we were walking up and down and we saw a couple
I think
of
this is the same one, just a different channel, but I'll let those coming in.
Them finding anything at that time. And then something happened where, there it is. You know, they started putting the tape up, and this is like this faces my apartment, you know, and I walk my dogs over here.
That's what I think, Debbie. I think he might have been moved.
Scene unfolding here tonight. Of course, this all started Sunday morning when Antonio Pierce reported his son had been kidnapped. We now again know that is not true. He is in custody. Sources are telling me he's actually being interviewed right now by detectives regarding this case. Now, he was arrested Sunday night on unrelated charges. At last check, he was expected to be in court tomorrow morning for those charges. We'll see how this all plays out. And again, as we mentioned, we do know that Nakai was a twin. His sibling is in the custody of his mother right now. So again, just a very heartbreaking situation unfolding here in Riverdale. Of course, a lot of questions still unanswered, Ron, and we're hoping to get more of those questions answered later this week. An autopsy is scheduled to learn more about how Nakai died tomorrow.
All right, Cody, thanks a lot. It will be really interesting to find out.
So, yeah, all kinds of things is going on now. He went to court today and he was charged. We'll get with all that in just a minute. Let's play one more video and then I'll get to it, okay? And then I'll end it, honey.
Got our first look at the father of the 6-month-old baby found dead. Antonio Pierce learned he will stay behind bars in connection with the baby's disappearance. Channel 2's Tom Jones is live in Clayton County at the apartment complex where the baby was found. We all hoped this story would end differently, Tom.
Yeah, just sad, Lori. Baby Nakia Pratt was found in these woods at the apartment complex where his father, Antonio Pierce, lives. Police found his body. I was out here last night just before 7 after the child had been missing since Sunday. Pierce was in court this morning for making false statements in this case. Police say he initially told them armed robbers took his valuables and then took baby Nakia. Police say his story didn't add up, and they found evidence that led them to believe foul play was involved in the baby's disappearance. Now, in court, the judge read from the warrant, and we learned more about why police charged Pierce with making false statements.
And that you did provide contradictory statements in an investigation of a missing child, and when witness accounts verified your contradictory statements, you admitted to concealing and falsifying material facts.
Look at the area where they found the baby's body. The judge said she could not set a bond for Pierce because of his recent criminal history, his out-of-state criminal history, and because of the facts surrounding this case. Pierce is also accused of possession of marijuana with intent to sell, The judge said he told police that he was a drug dealer. He also faces driving with a suspended license, and apparently he was driving around with either baby Nakia or his twin sister in the car without proper child restraints. The investigation continues into who left baby Nakia here and how he died. We will be all over this investigation throughout the day, and we'll have the very latest coming up beginning on Channel 2 Action News at 4. We're live in Clayton County. Tom Jones, Channel 2 Action News.
Yeah, tell them you're a drug dealer, right? That's going to fix everything. Hey, it's something just dawned on me. I couldn't figure out why. I mean, I'm so thankful that they got him for the marijuana and everything, because that got him in the jail without him running or anything else. But I couldn't figure out why was he driving? Was he walking? All the stories that was told, I couldn't figure out where it come with the baby restraint. And, it was so confusing with the mom. But guess what? I bet that other twin, the mom is the one that probably called it in. He probably had her call it in. He didn't call it in. I would love to get that. And they had the other twin with them. Okay. And they didn't have no car seat for that other baby or a proper restraint for the baby. Not that that matters, because that's just a little petty charge. Oh, what does it matter now if it would have hurt that baby or not? You know what I'm saying? But that's probably where that came from. Wow. It's all making a lot more sense today. It's making a lot of sense today. But I'm glad they got him in jail. I just couldn't figure out where are these. I mean, I could understand the marijuana and stuff, but I'm like, where's these charges coming from? See, they were making it out like the mother's not in it. She's this, that, and the other. And, so I'm glad we got clarification on that. But the father, Antonio Pierce, again, he's no father if you ask me, but he is the bio of Nakia Pratt. Okay. And see, they probably all own the government and stuff, because they couldn't even give them the last name. I'm just saying, I just noticed that too. I didn't just notice it, but you know what I'm saying? Anyway, back to the story. That was the baby's allegedly biological father. And he initially reported that his baby had been kidnapped by armed robbers. Okay. Now, he's not the one, according to all the news sources, he's not the one that called the police. I would love to hear if it was the mother or who called. Because, see, last night or early this morning, I didn't know if it was neighbors or who called. Some of them neighbors didn't even realize he had a child. According to the girlfriend that lived with him, she didn't know. But that is BS. I called that from the beginning. They were all three probably in cahoots. Anyway, after the investigation, the police found inconsistencies in his story. And now he went to court today, which he already, let me remind y'all, he already had, and I don't know on what child or whose child, but he already had same thing Rebecca had, or Jake has. What is it? Child cruelty charges. Has child cruelty charges on him that he had to go to court for anyway this month. Okay. So he made this elaborate story. The baby's gone. Very sad, very heartbreaking, heart-wrenching, gut-wrenching. But after that, they poked holes in his story. Now he went to court this morning. They held him without bond because they got him on the marijuana charge, unrelated charges, but they said definitely he was a suspect. He was the suspect, the number one suspect. So they did good by getting him in jail. But anyway, So he went to court today. They charged him with murder in connection to the baby's death. Then they also charged him for filing false statements, tampering with evidence, concealing the death, aggravated assault and battery, and first-degree cruelty to children, and falsely reporting a crime. So I don't know where the battery and assault and that's coming from, and we won't know if that's on the baby until that they know something we don't know, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, this is what it says. He faces not only the first-degree murder, y'all just heard it on there too, murder with malice. Other charges include false statements, tampering with evidence, concealing a death, aggravated assault and battery, first-degree cruelty to children. I'm assuming that might mean both of the twins, maybe. And falsely reporting a crime. Because I'm assuming that all of these charges we're discussing has to do with Nakia and possibly the twin. We were right last night. It is a girl. The other one, I was reading it somewhere, is a girl. But anyway, the judge detained him with no bond still. They kept it as no bond. They didn't give him any bond. No bond. He'll remain in custody until this case proceeds, whenever it proceeds. Meanwhile, it says his twin. Now, see, this one I'm reading. See, they're giving misinformation. One said a girl. This one says a boy. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but we know it's a twin, okay? So I ain't trying to mislead y'all. One says a girl, one says a boy. So I don't know who's what. I don't know who's right. But what I'm telling you is both of them say that twin is safe under the care. No, safe under CPS. And then, let me see something here. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. 6 months old. 6 months old Pratt has been charged. Murder after the body. I want to see if I can find this says girl right here. Hold on. Hold on just a second. Hold on. Murder. I want to find out where it says something. Hold on a minute. What is this? Okay, hold on a minute. He told officials. Okay, he told the officials that this is reporting on 11 Alive. He told officials he led the men into the apartment. What? Make up your mind. Setting his son down on the car seat, and then the men, so yes, it was more than one. Smiley was right to say with the S, more than one. See, he was trying to accuse more than one. Okay, so then it says, so then they proceeded to take $6,500 in cash that had been I guess that's when he told him that that was a stash house. That was a stash house. You know what? Maybe he was a maintenance man there. It really was a stash house, and he really lived with his girlfriend at her house, or he lived with the mama and the baby's mama part-time. He had this double life somewhere. Something ain't right here. You know, some drug dealers do that. They have a stash house. They just keep, you know, you don't shit where you eat. You don't lay your head where you got your shit if they come busting in. That kind of stuff. I'm just saying. Maybe it was his stash house. He knew they were going to search. So he said when they fled the apartment and they went to leave, this can't be right because none of the neighbors said they saw them. They took the $6,500 with them, and they took the baby and the car seat. And they took 3 pounds of marijuana. Really? Really? Okay, so, oh my God. You, look, dude wasn't even running after his dope. Man, come on. You ain't running after your money. People kill less for than $1. Come on now. Them police wasn't stupid. They knew what was up. They knew what was up Sunday. Oh, and they trust and believe. They knew he was a dealer. They knew he was a dealer. They knew what was up. I wonder what state that other one was talking about. He had charges in. I'm going to have to look more into this. The person said Pierce soon after showed up. So what? He let him into the apartments, but he soon after showed up to the apartment at 8 a.m. And I don't know. I'm going to have to look into this some more, y'all. I don't know. But my grandkids are here. Y'all can probably hear them in there with their daddy. They wanting something, so Granny's going to have to go in there and see what they want. YouTube can wait. YouTube can wait. They wanting something. The baby's wanting something. I hear the baby. But anyway, I don't know. Just pray. Just pray we find out more about this mother, because the mother, now we know she was definitely in on it. And how can you do that to a baby? This baby right here. Any babies. I will. I'm going to enjoy. I'm going to see what they want. I know he's wanting to climb up in the freezer. There's popsicles in there. His papa ain't here to give him none, but he saw him yesterday. So anyway. All right. I love y'all. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in a little bit. Bye. Uh-oh. Forgot how to turn it off. All right. Bye, y'all.